What's happening, fight fans? Welcome back to the MMA Mindset. Second video in a week now, so yeah, back on with the regular scheduling. Got a few more coming up as well. Back with another Rise and Conquer pre-fight interview with Alfie Lennon, one of the brightest stars coming up on the scene. Young lad, physically very talented, technically very talented. But no, thank you for joining me, Alfie. Thank you, mate.
Nice one, nice one. Cheers, mate. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, not a problem. Just under 2 months now out from your fourth amateur fight. Just how are you feeling? Kind of how's preparation been going?
Unbelievable, mate. Unbelievable. I've just started camp there, so yeah, camp's going well. But yeah, I'm with the best lads in the country as well, Anna. So yeah,
That's the thing. Like you guys up there, I've got a lot of time for you all up
yeah,
there, and you've with Fisher and all those types of guys, you've got an absolute war chest of knowledge and experience to kind of lean on. You're like a young lad and you're young in the sport of MMA.
yeah.
Do you think having these veterans around you in the gym every day kind of helps you on your progression to kind of being the best fighter that you can be?
Defo's 100%. Like we've got all of them. We've got Justin, James, obviously Fisher, the coach, Mick, who's just won in the UFC as well. There's loads of lads, and you can ask them anything, and they're all spot on lads, like, and they help you and stuff. Do you know what I mean? And they're all good rounds as well. Obviously, you've got Nathan Haywood who's coming up now as well. Dan Bainbridge who's just gone pro. There's loads of lads. So yeah, best gym around, best gym in the northeast by far.
Yeah, I mean, I spend a lot of time with, especially talking to quite a lot of the fighters from TFT. I've just had a chat yesterday with Nathan Haywood. I
Yeah,
speak to Charles Joyner every single day of my life. It seems at the
yeah,
moment, like Simone Sound, Perry Goodwin, one of my
yeah,
guys. Love Perry.
yeah,
You've
yeah.
got such a good team up there, and I know I say it all the time in other interviews with you guys, but I think you guys are really on the up, and everyone's kind of seems to be leveling up and getting better, and you've got so many people coming on the scene. Is that kind of promoting an atmosphere in the gym and everyone's just like so buzzing and so happy to be there and so motivated to get to the top?
That's what it is. It's all motivation. Like everyone's winning fights and stuff. Everyone's doing stuff. Like Justin's on the Contender Series next month. Obviously, with Mick winning his UFC debut and that, I think that's motivated a lot of people as well. So definitely motivated me.
Yeah, definitely. Like you've got so many people to look up to. That must be it must kind of give you a clear vision to where you want to be when you've got people fighting in the UFC. You must kind of look at them and think, oh well, I'm from the same area as them. I train at the same gym as them. Why can't I get to that level?
Defo's 100%. I fully believe that's where I'm going to be one day as well. So
Based off your first three fights, like I said, three fights, three finishes, three first round, one in under 20 seconds. Are you kind of always going to be pushing that pace and looking to get those finishes early on?
100%. That's what I like doing. I like coming out and getting them finishes as well because I get people there with me as well, don't I? So I like entertaining and stuff like that. So Defo's 100%. And same with this one as well. I'm going to come out and get the finish again. So nothing's going to change.
Yeah, well, that's obviously something I said. You've got a vicious, relentless fight style, and I think it kind of takes your opponents by surprise, especially in that last fight. It was like you came in and you were like, "Boo!" You got that power takedown as well, and he was just a bit like shit. Like, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think he knew what to do. Do you think you kind of surprise people with how quick you come out the gate? It doesn't really give them time to settle down, as to say.
Yeah, that's what I like doing. Like I like coming out, getting in the face and stuff like that. And then obviously I don't look muscly, but when you feel me, I'm a different sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm very strong grappling wise. Like strength and grappling strength's totally different. So yeah, like the lad
Yeah,
who I fought in the second fight, that Sunny lad, he was a big lad him as well. So yeah.
yeah. Well, you're a tall lad, especially for the weight class. And I think, do you think that kind of creates a bit of difficulty for your opponents with how long you are? Because you've got those levers as well, like long arms and long legs, where you can kind of lean on them for kind of like an anchor and a lever in the grappling situations.
Yeah, therefore that's what like my favorite position's been on the back. I love that getting that body triangle in, and then yeah, that's my position. Like everyone calls me the back now. Got it on my top ear. Hang on. You see?
That's class. That I got, yeah. Let's have a look. That's class. That like a little backpack icon. That's mint.
Yeah.
That.
I had it on my last fight shots as well. So yeah, I'm looking to keep that going. Like
Like we were just speaking about Aljamain Sterling, he's kind of got that. He loves to get on. He loves to get
Yeah.
on the back. Is there anyone like in the UFC at the moment that you're kind of looking up to and kind of want to model yourself off or kind of take bits of their fight style?
There's a few you can ask my mates as well. I'm always doing it. I'm always picking people's styles and changing my style up and doing this and doing that and trying to do a bit more of this. But I like Ian Gary. I like his stand up at the minute. I've been trying to work a lot of that stuff, like faking that snap head kick because yeah, I love my kicks and like I haven't really got to show much of my stand up yet. So I'm looking to do that as well in October. I wouldn't mind a knockout. So
Yeah, I mean, if you stop finishing fights in like a minute, you might actually get a chance to
I
to
know
kind of show what your stand-up's about.
feel someone out of me for once.
Yeah, well, is that something that you kind of maybe looking for in this fight? Is maybe to go a couple of rounds and get some cage time?
Definitely, yeah. Like the lad I'm fighting looks quite tough. So he's fought some good competition as well. So yeah.
Well, that's kind of what I wanted to ask you about. This guy's going into his seventh amateur fight now, and he's fought some tough guys. Was it important for you to take a fight this time, and your fourth fight against someone who's got a lot of experience and a lot of cage time?
That's what I wanted, yeah. Like I want that sort because I'm obviously getting the first round finish is good and stuff, but you need them best. I want the best opponents. Like amateur, you need to get the most experience you can, don't you? And that's what I'm looking for, really. I want to get the best people. I want to wipe out all the best people in featherweight now in the UK, and then obviously eventually go pro. Yeah,
Well, it's a tough division that you're going in at the moment. Like the featherweight division in the UK is booming, especially even in your end. You've got people like Wes Tully, Aaron Givens, who's out of Ace MMA. He's a featherweight, but I think he'll be turning pro soon.
yeah, yeah.
People like Shea Ingram. Like the featherweight division's difficult to kind of make your name in, but you seem to be doing it, and you've got quite a few eyes on you for a young lad. It'll be your third fight in 8 months. Like, how important is staying active for you?
100%. It's all about experience at amateur, isn't it? Obviously, when you go pro, you get a clean slate, you start again. So I'm not really bothered about fights now. I just want to get as much experience as I can. And yeah,
What your kind of plans for the rest of the year if you should be successful against Rizwaan? Because I know it's only 2 months, but you're looking to maybe squeeze another one in there before the end of the year.
yeah, could do. Yeah, 100%. I'll be taking fights if they come. Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna have a look at a few shows and that. I'll 100% take fights again this year, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and how much do you know about your opponent? Like I say, he's got quite a few fights to kind of look at. Do you know much about him?
I even watched his recent fight. He's just fought not long ago, actually. I want to watch that, but I've watched some of his fights. Yeah, yeah. So we have an idea of what he's gonna do and stuff like that. But yeah.
Like I said, it should be a great fight on a fantastic card. Like Rise and Conquer is one of the best shows, especially in the north of England. What does it mean to you to be able to kind of like showcase your skills on a card that's top to bottom full of amazing talent?
Class. Honestly, one of my favourite shows. Like everything about it. Like I fought on there in my first fight, and obviously a few of the lads from there always fight on there, don't they, from TFT. So I'm always down there watching the shows and stuff, and it's just getting better and better every time. It's class. Honestly, one of the best shows in the UK, 100%.
Yeah, are you looking forward to kind of getting because you've had two fights in Machine? Are you kind of looking forward to getting back on like your home show?
Yeah, definitely moving on up and that now, getting on the big shows, big fights. That's what I want now. So
And do you see any silverware, any gold, maybe in your in the future in the next maybe few fights that you have? Because if you win in October, you'll be 4-0 then, and that's impressive at the amateur level.
yeah, definitely 100%. That's what I want. I want all these tough fights. I want to get all these belts on all these big shows. So yeah, that's what I want. I want a few belts before I go pro. Like I wouldn't mind getting fights against these top lads who you mentioned there. I want them tough fights.
Yeah, but looking ahead for may say a year, 18 months, what are you kind of seeing for yourself? Because you're still so young, but you seem to be tearing through fights. So it won't be long until you're thinking about making that jump. What do you kind of see for yourself in the next year and a half?
Obviously get these fights in, get some good fights in, smoke a few people, and then go pro. That's the plan.
Yeah, well, like I said, I think you've got the best people to kind of advise you on when the time's right as well. They're not the type of people that are just gonna throw you in there pro. They'll kind of give you the right advice. Just moving on to actually the fight itself and fight night. Are you kind of planning anything specific for the fight, or are you just kind of gonna take what you're given in that moment?
Yeah, definitely. It's just yeah. I don't really ever go in there with a game plan. Really, it's just go in there, fight. Yeah, take the
Do
red off.
take your head off, do what you do best. And do you have a prediction for fight night?
I'm gonna go first round again.
First round.
I wear him down. I want a first round knockout. I want a first round submission, but I reckon it will be in the first, maybe second, because he is a tough lad. But we'll see. We'll see when I get my hands on him.
Head kick, left, right, left, right, head kick.
I love a head kick. Ask the lads at TFT. They know about the head kicks.
And just finally, before I kind of let you go, what are your plans for celebration after the fight?
Same as always. We go back with all the boys. We got obviously my uncle's got a pub, the Fountain. We always go back there, just over North Ormsby. We always go over there for the after party after like. So yeah, there'll be a good few heads because there's one of my other mates as well, Isaac Ben. He's on there as well. So obviously all our mates will be out supporting us, family, friends. So yeah.
Yeah, well, I think we're gonna stay up there on the night. I think we're gonna get a hotel and that. And Nathan said we'll grab a few bevies and like Charles and all that. So yeah,
Oh,
we'll
definitely.
it'll probably be classmate. But no, thank you, thanks very much for jumping on with me, Alfie. I'm really excited to see you fight, mate. Because I think there could be big things in your future, and getting you on here, you can kind of look back on that in maybe a few years' time when you're rising up through the pro ranks. And I think to myself, yeah, well, I was one of the first guys to kind of jump on and give him an interview. So no, thank you very much for coming on, mate.
Nice one, mate. Thank you
Yeah,
too.
not a problem. Make sure you tune in, Rise and Conquer, October 7th. Either pay-per-view or get yourself down there because you're going to see some great fights. But no, that'll be me. Got a few more interviews coming out the rest of the week, so keep an eye out for them. But no, thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, comment, share it, and all that sort of stuff. Nice one. Thank you very much, Alfie.
Nice one. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.